Have you ever had something show up in your life that felt too specific to be a coincidence? That's what happened to me. I fell asleep listening to ambient music, and around 5 a.m., I woke up to YouTube playing a video I never clicked on. The title? How to Remember Your Soul Contract. Then another video queued up right after. 9 signs you have a soul contract with someone. The wild part? That's exactly what I've been creating content about on my own channel. I never searched for those videos. I never planned for them to play, but there they were. And I took it as confirmation, not from the algorithm, but from something deeper, a nudge to start this conversation now, directly, clearly, and without sugarcoating. So, what is a soul contract? A soul contract is a spiritual agreement you made before you were born. You chose the key parts of your life, your family, your location, your biggest challenges, and the people who would cross your path. You didn't randomly end up here. You agreed to this incarnation with full awareness of what it would take to grow. Your soul contract is not about control or fate. It's about design. You helped create the core of your life so you could evolve through it. Think of it like a rough outline for a movie. You're the director, you're the main character, and you're the one who chose the major plot points. Now here's where it got personal for me. Waking up to those videos wasn't just a fluke. It felt like something inside me, something ancient, was calling me to remember who I am in the present. And lately, I've been noticing the same thing. Patterns, signs, synchronicities, not random, just waiting for me to finally recognize them. And here's the truth. Not everyone will fulfill their soul contract. Why? Because we all have free will. A soul contract is a map, but you still have to walk the path. Some people never look up from the distractions long enough to even realize there is a map. But if you're watching this, maybe you're not one of those people. Maybe you're already waking up to the clues. Your soul contract is something you created when you had a much broader view of reality, before fear, programming, and conditioning narrowed your vision. So how do you decode the patterns in your life to come into alignment? You start by understanding this. It wasn't an accident that you forgot. You forgot so that you could remember in a more powerful way. When I look back over the last 5 years, I realize my soul has been speaking to me over and over, through repetition, through resistance, through everything that didn't make sense at the time. But it was never random. It was always waiting for me to remember. Most people think forgetting their soul contract was a mistake, but it wasn't. It's part of the design. You didn't come into this life remembering everything for a reason. You came in with the ability to choose, and that requires forgetting. The moment you're born, a kind of spiritual amnesia kicks in. You forget who you were. You forget why you came. You forget the agreements you made before arriving. But this wasn't some glitch in the system. The veil of forgetting is built into the experience of being human. Because without it, you wouldn't be able to grow through choice. You'd just follow instructions. That would defeat the whole point of free will. If you remembered every part of your contract from day one, there would be no transformation. There'd be no need to trust your intuition. No need to face hard decisions. No need to evolve. You'd just know and act like a robot following a script. That's not growth. That's programming. What didn't get erased? Just because you forgot the details consciously doesn't mean the contract disappeared. You still carry it. It just lives deeper. It's embedded in your intuition, gut reactions, emotional patterns, recurring dreams, synchronicities that keep popping up, strong pulls towards certain people, places, or problems. The data isn't gone, it's just encrypted. And your job now is to learn how to recognize the code. If you're serious about remembering your soul contract, you need to understand this. Your soul has never stopped talking to you. You just haven't always known how to recognize the language. Let's break down the actual ways your contract speaks, through signs, triggers, dreams, people, and patterns. Synchronicity is the soul's language. Synchronicities are meaningful patterns that appear in your life in ways that feel too specific to be chance. Examples: you keep seeing the same number, like 127, on clocks, receipts, license plates. You think of someone and they text you. You're struggling with a decision and someone randomly says the exact phrase you needed to hear. These aren't coincidences. They're alignment markers, like spiritual highlighters pointing at something you're meant to notice. The more you ignore them, the louder they get. The more you notice them, the more frequent and detailed they become. Emotional triggers or contract clues. The things that trigger you deeply aren't always about trauma. Sometimes they're about your contract. Ask yourself, why do you overreact in certain situations? Why do some things make you angrier or more hurt than they should? Those triggers are clues. They point to lessons your soul signed up to master. Patience, boundaries, self-worth, speaking up, choosing yourself. The emotional charge? That's not random. That's activation. Dreams are a backdoor to your contract. When your conscious mind is offline, your soul takes over. This is why dreams, especially recurring ones, are important. Examples: flying, freedom, breaking limitations, teaching or healing. Soul purpose clues: running from something, avoiding a lesson you agreed to face. Pay attention to dream themes and symbols. Keep a log. They often show you where your contract wants to guide you. Magnetic pulls and instant connections. Ever meet someone and feel like you've known them forever? Or the opposite, someone shows up and triggers everything in you. Both are signs of soul contracts in motion. These are not surface-level connections. They often carry karmic weight, unfinished business, or soul-level purpose. Some people show up to activate, some to support, some to challenge and push you to evolve. If someone in your life brings out extreme reactions, either positive or negative, there's likely a contract behind it. Repeating life patterns. If something keeps showing up in your life, that's your contract on loop. Examples: same type of relationship, over and over, always struggling with money, boundaries, or being heard. Always playing the fixer, caretaker, black sheep, or scapegoat. You're not cursed. You're being shown something you agreed to master. And once you finally shift it, the pattern stops repeating. Your soul sends clues. Are you paying attention? Most people ignore the signs because they don't seem spiritual enough. They're expecting a vision, a dream, a guru, a divine voice, or a burning bush. But your soul isn't always that dramatic. It might be whispering through what irritates you, what excites you, what breaks your heart, what keeps showing up until you finally deal with it. The signs aren't flashy, they're persistent. And if you're paying attention, you'll start to see the entire contract unfold in front of you. If you're ready to stop guessing and start recognizing your soul contract, download the free companion journal I made for this series. It's designed to help you log your synchronicities, decode your patterns, and track what your soul is trying to say. You don't need to force anything. You just need to start listening with new ears. The link is in the description. And subscribe if this connected for you. because in the next section, we'll talk about why your contract doesn't always feel like a blessing and what to do when it feels more like a breakdown than a calling.